Greetings, I am Herbert Erpaderp, and it is Wednesday. That means it's time for another Ask a Herbert Erpaderp with me, Herbert Erpaderp, as is tradition. As it was Valentine's Day on the weekend, I felt it was appropriate to have gameplay featuring Valentine tanks in the background of this video. I don't much care about Valentine's Day myself. If you have a significant other, you shouldn't need a special day or overpriced flowers to show your appreciation for them. Anyway, I thought it would be funny to make a video about Valentine tanks for Valentine's Day. If you missed that video, you can click here to go watch it. It will also be linked from the end card at the end of the video. Either way, go watch it. If you've seen it, go watch it again. Something else happened this past weekend. Something way more awesome than Valentine's Day. That's right, Barnaby and I played a game of bolt action. You can see some of the greatly sped up video in the background now. I played my British against his Germans. There was a lot of fumbling with the rules due to being foolish noobs, but we think we were getting it pretty right by the end of it. The unfortunate result of this battle was that Barnaby defeated me. The fact that most of his models are unpainted gives me cause to think that he was hacking. Fucking hackers. Either way, it was a lot of fun and we plan to play again soon. Obviously we did film it, though the main camera angle isn't great, nor are the short clips I captured with my phone, and the audio is pretty terrible. There are a few hours of video to work through and I'm going to try and get a reasonable video out of it, the operative word there being try. It will probably not be a very comprehensive video, and I'll probably narrate over it rather than trying to use the original audio. Or I might scrap it entirely and try to do better next time we play. I think it would be better if I figured out a way to rig the camera for an overhead view of the game table, rather than the view from the side that you can see in this video. If some of you have very sharp eyesight, you might be able to pick out a model that I've got in my army that I haven't exactly done a video about yet, but I will be doing in the near future. Next Monday, in fact. Bonus imaginary internet points to anyone who can figure out what exactly it is. Hint, it's not the hedges, despite the fact that I've not shown them before either. So, there might be a battle report video coming, but don't hold your breath. After our next game though, almost certainly a battle report will follow. Also, I really need to get those E-War buildings painted. Speaking of painting, you will probably have noticed that I uploaded a video about painting my Crick's Bone Jacks for War Machine yesterday. If you haven't already, you should go and check it out. I'm pretty happy with them. Let me know what you think. Lately, I've been making more of an effort to paint more stuff so that I can upload more frequent painting videos for you guys. They're never going to be an every week thing, but they should be more frequent. Expect to see the Flames of War Stuka soon, and probably at least one of those E-War buildings. I want to try and get at least one of them done before the next time we play bolt action. I think that might be enough jibber jabber. Time for some questions. Can Burke Owner says, what is your favourite movie? How about movie series? I'm not much for picking favourites. I've seen a lot of movies that I've enjoyed. There are bound to be ones that I've forgotten, despite thinking they were really good. Though I would say Fury is up there. I'm pretty sure Fury is the only movie I've deliberately gone and seen on the opening night. An old favourite of mine is The Blues Brothers. I must have watched that about 1 billion times when I was a kid. I haven't seen it for a while, but I still enjoy it. Same with Ghostbusters. Well, mostly Ghostbusters 2. More recent movies... I don't know. Fury is probably my favourite of the last while, though I quite enjoyed Chappie and Fury Road. Still haven't been bothered to go and see the new Star Wars yet. I guess I don't really get hyped about a lot of movies. Do the Star Trek movies count as a series? If so, I guess that would be my choice for the favourite movie series. In a somewhat related question, Gaming with Jacob 342 says, have you seen the movie Fury by Brad Pitt? If so, can you make an M4 Sherman if you haven't made one, and can you make it like the tank in the movie? I have built the 28mm scale Rubicon Sherman kit not too long ago, among other varieties and scales of Sherman that I've put together over the years. I think that kit is pretty good. I'll link the video here and in the description. Unfortunately, that kit wouldn't really be a good candidate for conversion into Fury, mostly because it doesn't have the right kind of suspension and road wheel setup, and the hull sides are a little bit different. None of the 15mm scale Shermans I have are really the right kind either, so if I was to try and use them as the base of a conversion, it would be kind of half-assed. If I'm going to do something like that, I want to do a really good, accurate job, which will be very time-consuming. It's not a bad idea, but I probably won't be doing it anytime soon. I have actually had thoughts of making a Fury in 1/35th scale, but that's something that'll come way down the track. Gaming with Jacob 342 also says, is it good that I can draw an M4 Sherman very well, but the tracks suck? Sure, being able to draw well is always a good thing. It's always good to have a creative outlet. I'm sure if you keep practicing, you'll be able to get the tracks to look good. The best way to get good at a thing is to keep doing it, so just keep working at it. Kyle Mathis asks, do you play in Flames of War tournaments, or do you just make the models for fun? I mostly build models for the fun of it. I do like to play games, but with Flames of War I haven't played for so long that I've forgotten a lot of the rules. But I guess that's what the rulebook is for. When I do play, I play with friends. though I have been considering going to play some games with random people I don't know in game stores that are somewhat close. I'm not a very competitive person really, so I've not played in a tournament for Flames of War or any other game for that matter. And I'm not sure I ever will. To be honest, I don't think I would enjoy the competitive environment with people taking things all serious like. I like to play games for fun. I'm pretty casual with my gaming, both tabletop and video games. I'm sure there are people who will say that's a bad thing, but I can't imagine why I would care what they think. Ethan Ton says, can you do a painting guide for some 15mm Panthers? I would look for some, but I'm lazy. Yep, I do plan to get started on those in the coming months. Not too soon though, but they are coming. Kelgtar says, Herbs, what music do you like? This is a good question. I love music. I enjoy a lot of stuff, though the majority of music I listen to is rock and metal. A few of my favourites include Dio, Iron Maiden, Bad Religion, Iced Earth, King Diamond, Lord, that is the Australian metal band, and not the Lord with an E, Judas Priest, Symphony X, and the list could go on for a long time. I usually like my metal to have good clean vocals, though I do like some death metal. I think black metal is hilarious, and even more so when people take it seriously. I'm not really a big fan of core or metalcore or whatever they're calling it now when you have bad screaming and shitty breakdowns 5 times per song. I also enjoy a lot of what I guess is called comedy or novelty music or maybe even nerd-centric music. Stuff like Weird Al Yankovic, who is absolutely one of the best live shows I've ever seen, Jonathan Colton, the Arrogant Worms, Paul and Storm, and the Double Clicks and so forth. I'm also partial to a bit of funk, blues and classical. I also play bass guitar, so I always really enjoy hearing stuff that has a kick-ass bass player. I'm not a fan of rap or pop, especially not pop. I really don't like cookie-cutter manufactured audio trash with shitty vapid lyrics designed to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Ich. In relation to my World of Tanks Valentine video, yet another scout says, I've heard it was named such because it was around Valentine's Day when it was shown to the War Office and they chose to give it the code name of Valentine. I do remember hearing something like that. Also, something along the lines of it being an abbreviation or an acronym of the manufacturer, Vickers, and the factory location or something. Another version was the designer or some high-up person had the middle name Valentine. I have no idea what the truth is, but it is interesting. Shix Low says, Herbert, did you get killed by a guy called Shix? It is entirely possible. I get killed so much that I can't possibly remember everybody's name. Have you been killing me? I'm going to keep an eye out for you, murderer. In a comment on my Bolt Action Soviet Infantry video, Ethan Ton says, are you planning on painting these and filming it? I love your style of videos, and plus I'm kind of hesitant about painting my own 28mm Soviet Infantry before I watch your video. I certainly am going to paint and film these, but it's not going to be soon. I still haven't finished putting all the figures together. I hope you're not wanting to get your own models painted too soon. If you are, it might be a good idea to just jump in and give it a go. Hesitating is time wasted. Go for it. Go, 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 go. Do it! Do it now! Get to the chopper! Do it! Do it now! You get my point. In response to my Green Stuff Rollers video, Broken Colony says, Happy Seppuku have some base insert molds for this exact thing. They're sized for War Machine bases, so you just insert the putty, roll it over, and then trim it up when it's dry and glue it onto your base. I had a look at their website and it does look pretty good. I might have to pick up a few patterns and give them a look. They seem to have a good variety of brick and wood patterns and the like. Prices seem roughly comparable too. Gaming with Jacob 342 says, can you use plastic cement with Rubicon models? You can. I use Revell Contactor Professional when assembling my Rubicon kits and it seems to work pretty well. I have heard people say that plastic cement hasn't worked for them and the models came apart, but I haven't had that problem at all. To be fair, I am pretty gentle with my models and about the worst thing I've done to them is give them a gentle tug to see if the parts would come unbonded easily. I guess if I dropped them or was really rough, maybe they would come unbonded. I don't know. I'm not really willing to intentionally do that to find out. So in my experience, plastic cement is fine. If it really is a concern, you can always use super glue. It should work, but it won't melt the plastic parts together, so you might get a fragile bond anyway. Andrew Mazak says, will you consider doing a shout out at the end of every Ask a Herbert Erpaderp to a channel who is smaller and trying to grow? You're at a point now where you have a following large enough to help fellow gamers and modelers. I think this is a good idea. Tell me what you think. Thank you. I think that's a good idea too. The only problem with it is that I don't really have the time to be searching out random smaller channels, and obviously if they're small, the chances of me just happening across them aren't very good. I have been sharing videos, but not really any that could be considered smaller channels, just stuff that I've happened across and enjoyed. If anyone has any suggestions for good, smaller channels, I would definitely be interested to hear them and check them out. Of course, I don't want my comments section to devolve into an area for people to spam their channels and ask for sub and things like that, the way a lot of YouTube related subreddits, forums, forums and Facebook groups are. But sure, I'm all for giving a shout out to smaller channels if I enjoy their content. I do have one channel that I've been enjoying lately and would like to give a shout out to, Wahoo Warrior. He mostly does bolt action battle reports and I quite enjoy them. He only has about 375 subs, and I would suggest anyone that's into bolt action go and check his videos out. I'll put a link in the description below. And finally, Monkey Shaman commented on my rollers and bases video saying, Vaseline from any sculpting supply store works to keep green stuff from sticking and speeds up drying time a bit. Interesting idea. I can imagine it would prevent sticking quite well, though wouldn't it leave everything all greasy and gross? I think that just using water might save time compared to trying to remove the greasiness left behind by Vaseline. Either way, thanks. Never know when this information could be useful. So that's all the questions we have this week. Thanks to everyone who asked a question, posted a comment, or even just watched my videos. In the week since my last Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, I've uploaded 4 videos, all of which should be on the screen now in this handy dandy end card thing. If you haven't already seen them, you can click on any of them and they'll open in a new window. If you find any of them particularly amusing or helpful in any way, be sure to leave a like and maybe even share them with your friends, or anyone that will be amused or find the video useful. That sort of thing would be really helpful to me, and I would certainly appreciate it. As always, if you have any questions you would like me to answer specifically on Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, be sure to leave them in the comment section below and there's a good chance I will answer it in the next Ask a Herbert Erpaderp. In addition, I would really appreciate it if you clicked subscribe if you haven't done so already. I do enjoy watching the number of subs go up. I shall return next week with more Ask a Herbert Erpaderp. Until then, enjoy this gif of a cat that doesn't understand transparent surfaces. I found it greatly amusing. Thanks for watching. Farewell.